Hi, it's Themistode, FightHype.com, here with my guy, of course, Andre Rozier. How you feeling today?
What the deal? What the deal? What the deal, nephew? I'm good, man. Listen, everything is everything. It was a fantastic weekend of boxing. I'm elated. We had some good wins, and let's talk about it.
Gotcha. Obviously we have to talk about Edgar Berlanga, your former fighter. How do you think he looked against Jason Quigley this past weekend?
Well, I thought that he showed ring rust. He needs to get that out of his system. He needs to pick up his pace a little bit, but it's hard to judge it from a year of inactivity.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to give him a pass. He did win almost every round, and he had the knockdowns working for him. But I thought he should have gotten him out of there, but one step at a time. Maybe that's one of the problems because he's being professed to knock people out instead of working on getting people in trouble. And once he does that, I think everything will be okay.
Were you surprised that he didn't stop Jason Quigley, considering that Demetrius Andrade stopped Quigley in 2 rounds?
I was a bit, but then again, a scared man is a practical man, and Quigley was definitely on his P's and Q's, not trying to get hit with a big shot after the big shot he did receive in the early round.
Gotcha. Berlanga seems determined to, no longer take like stepping stones, and he wants to step it up considerably, man. He said he really, really wants Jaime Munguia. You just fought him actually with Sergey Derevyanchenko. How would you see a fight between Berlanga and Munguia playing out at this point, man?
It's going to be a tough fight. It's two young bulls coming at each other. Edgar's going to have to pick up his punch count because Jaime throws a lot of punches. And if he's not accurate is one thing, but he stays busy with it. So Edgar would have to pick up his punch count and keep his defense paramount, not get caught with shots because the kid is strong too.
Is that a fight that you think Berlanga's ready for right now, or probably should get pushed a little bit down the line?
I think he needs one more, then they can rock. He needs to get the rest of that rust out of his system.
Gotcha.
And I think then he'll be able to contend.
Gotcha. Another fighter that he was mentioning that he wanted to fight is Triple G. You've taken on Triple G as well, both with Danny Jacobs and Derevyanchenko and Curtis Stevens actually. So yeah, you know Triple G extremely well. He's older. He's 41. Is that taking it a step too far for Berlanga right now?
I don't think he needs that. The outcome is going to be very, very difficult. But if you go in there and Triple G wins the fight, it means that you weren't ready for it, and then a host of negativity is going to come at him. And if you win, then people will be like, it's a catch-22. He's 41. Maybe this was the fight that he became super old in. It just really doesn't make sense. It's far more dangerous than it is practical. So I would say he doesn't need that.
Do you think that he could win that fight right now, considering that Triple G has slowed down, or you're not really too sure about it?
Well, I'd like to see him pick up his punch count. Very important. And he has to work off his jab a little bit more. He has to get sharper with that because Triple G is tough. He's never been off his feet. He's never been hurt. He's never been knocked down. The guy his chin is like granite, and he can punch. You might get slower, but you don't lose punching power. And Triple G, other than Canelo, he's really been a staunch hunter in that ring, and you got to be ready for that. You really have to be ready for that. So I really don't like that direction. I don't think it would serve its purpose for him. So I would say go in a different direction.
Gotcha. Kind of switching gears now to my last topic. Have to get your input on, it seems like Jermall Charlo is going to be fighting Canelo. You've taken on both guys. You've always got fighters that are taking on these guys, man.
Right.
But Jermall hasn't fought in like 2 years. He would be moving up to 168 pounds. Do you think it's going to play out in his favor, or just think the ring rust a little too much, man?
Well, Jermall is a fantastic fighter. I happen to like Jermall a lot. A lot of people don't like him because of, say, like the attitudes, but he's really been improving and maturing, acting like he's supposed to act as a professional athlete. And he can fight. He's a great boxer. He has a fantastic jab. Their basics are off the wall. You know, the twins make the basics look like something special. You know, jab, right hand, left hook, jab, right hand, shoot to the body, short uppercuts. Their basics are incredible. But 2 years is a long time. It's a long time to just come back and jump into the Atlantic Ocean at its deepest point. I would say it would be very risky for Jermall, but I respect his gangster. He wants to give it a shot. He has all the twos. He's a two-time two-division world champion. He has the accolades to do it. If he feels he can come out of a 2-year layoff and contend with Canelo, I give him all the props in the world. Let's see what happens. It's going to be tough, though.
You think Canelo stops him?
No. The Charlo boys are tough. They're not. They're those Texas corn-fed, beef-eating boys. They're strong. They're tenacious, and they have very, very mean ring attitudes. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Gotcha. And also would love to know, man. We got Danny Jacobs in the gym. You know, he's been in the gym a lot more lately. He seems to be, I guess, kind of gearing up. What do you kind of want to see Danny do for the last chapter of his career, man?
Well, I'd like to see him dedicate himself to this moment, to work hard, get himself back to the Danny that we're accustomed to seeing being spectacular and energetic and sharp and with quick, snappy punching, KO power, and get enough accolades to complete the requirements for him to become a Hall of Famer.
And obviously he's fighting at 168 pounds now. So is there like a specific fighter up there where you're just like, that's gonna be Danny's big fight at 168, man?
Well, he fought the biggest fighter at 168 in Canelo. Mm-hmm. And actually the contest was very close. Danny, if he would have put his foot on the gas pedal, the outcome could have definitely been different. So, I mean, Danny can contend with anybody at 168. He just has to be ready for it. And if he gets ready for it, then it's not going to be a walk in the park for anybody.
How many fights do you think he needs until he fights an elite level guy? He hasn't fought since last year against John Ryder.
Right.
So how many fights do you think he needs to completely get the ring rust off and he's looking like Danny again?
Well, I'd like to see 2, but I think it could be done in 1, just so he can get in the rhythm of things again. 1 good fight, and Danny should be back on track, and let's go.
A fight with Munguia interest you?
Of course, definitely.
How would that play out?
I would like, if I have Danny at 100%, let's put it to you this way. Mm-hmm. If I have him at 100%, he's going to box the brakes off me.
Got it.
But he has to be the Danny that worked and dug in, and the Danny that got up off the floor, got out the wheelchair, the Danny that fought against the most maniacal plague on this planet, cancer. If that Danny is showing himself and he's in that fight, it's going to be a very, very, very long night for Munguia or any of the other 168ers.
Gotcha. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All the time.